Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss B. It is Friday. Happy Friday. We are on week 6, day 5. I'm going to combine today's video, so I'm just going to do one video that goes over the work today and also goes over some word game activities because I need to get things ready to pass out at school today. So I'm hoping I see all your beautiful faces come by the school to pick up your new packet, and I have some books for you. I have some pictures that I took throughout the school year and a little treat. So I hope that you're able to come. So let me quickly go over the work. We're on the very last box. Nothing is check marked. So that means nothing is due. If Mommy and Daddy have not sent the math and reading pages for this week, please remind them to do that. But today's activities are optional. The first one is practicing number order from 11 to 20. So you've got some magnifying glasses with the numbers in it, and you're just cutting them and putting them in the correct order. So you would start with 11 and then 12, 13, 14 until you get to 20. Now since this is a cut and paste page, you might want to do the back of it first. You're going to want to do the back of it first if you're going to do the cutting. If you just want to write your numbers in the correct order without the cutting, that is also fine. This is subtraction. This is a good review of subtraction. You have some traffic cones, and you're going to be doing the Xing out. So the first row has 10 traffic cones. Take away 2. So you're going to X out 2 and then write the number that shows how many traffic cones are left. So this is a good practice for subtraction. All right, the next one is, I like this one. This is compound words. This is a fun activity because it really takes some thinking. So, for example, we've got some pictures on the side here. Now, you might need Mommy and Daddy's help, but you've already got your answers, what you're trying to make. You've got sunglasses, fishbowl, doghouse, pancake, football, and fireman. I guess that would be the fireman. So they've already done one to give you an example. So they have the sun plus glasses equals sunglasses. So you're going to find the 2 pictures that make the word fishbowl. Fish, there's a fish, plus a bowl equals fishbowl. These are called compound words. It's when you put 2 words together and it makes a new word. We did a lot with compound words when we were doing our word games at the beginning of the year. So combining 2 words to make a new word. Okay, so that's a fun activity to do. That is cut and paste. So I would do this one definitely, cut and paste. This one, if you want to do this one first, is like yesterday's. And I saw some really beautiful coloring coming to me yesterday. Some really nice first grade coloring. So this is add word family. So you've got a color code up here. And you're going to color the puzzle pieces that have that add word family, the color that's in the color key, to color the picture of the boy and the girl that caught a fish. They've got fishing gear on, and they've caught a fish. So I would do this page first if you're going to do it before this page, because this is the cut and paste. Although you're not cutting off very much of it, but you will need to it'll cut this side off. So, okay. And the last page for today, the last page of this packet, is these are sentences that you're going to illustrate. So example, it says the little fox is on the blue box. So if you're drawing an illustration for that sentence, you would draw a blue box with a fox on top. Now, you may say, I don't know how to draw a fox. Just do your best. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. But you're just practicing illustrating what the sentence says. So you can do that. And of course, on the back of that is the end of our packet. That's why today I'm going to be at school passing out our new packets. And and that packet will start on Monday. So it's really important that Mommy and Daddy come and get that packet. If they're not able to come get it, tell them to please let me know on Remind, and I will try to get their packet to them. Okay, I will be there from 11:30 to 1. Okay, now I'm going to move right into word games. We're not going to do our normal word games. I really want to focus on our Super E words because that's an important skill to have, and that's something I think the two vowels go walking. The first one does the talking, and the Super E is an important skill to have as you're becoming a good reader. It helps you to decode words easier. So let's practice some. I found some words that all of these are real words, and when you add a Super E, it completely changes the word. So let's see if I can get a little bit closer so you can see the words. The first word is fin, like the back of a fish. The fish has a fin. And of course, our Finn O'Brien in our class, but he spells his with 2 N's. But fin, if I add a Super E, it jumps over the N and makes the I say its name. So then it becomes the word fine. Fine, like I am fine. This is the word man. M-A-N, man. By the way, these are all CVC words. So if I add an E to the end, it jumps over the N and makes the A say its name. And now it becomes mane, like a horse has a mane. Okay, or a lion has a mane. The next word is not. 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 If I add a Super E, it jumps over the T, makes the O say its name, and it becomes note. Note. Remember, the E's do not make a sound. So it just changes the sound of the middle vowel. Note. All right, the next one is pet. 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 If I add a Super E, then it becomes a name. Pete. The E jumps over and makes the other E say its name. Pete. Pete is a boy's name. It's kind of short for Peter. All right, the next one is pin. Pin, like a stick pin, not a pen that you write with, a pin, like a push pin. So pin, if I put a Super E, it completely changes the word to pine. Pine, like a pine tree, or a pine cone, or a pineapple. All right, this one is pip. Pip, which is kind of a nonsense word, but it could be a word, pip. If we add a Super E to the end, then it becomes pipe. Pipe. Okay, like a pipe that water flows through. Okay, I'm gonna move my words. All right, here we have rid, like to get rid of something. But if I add a super E, it becomes ride, like I ride my bike, ride. All right, hid, like when you are playing hide and seek and you found a really good place, you could say, I hid in my secret place, hid. But if you add a super E, it becomes hide. I like to hide. It doesn't really change so much the meaning of the word, but the timing of the word. Hid is something you've already done. Hide is something you're doing or going to do. This one is rob. Can mean you take something that doesn't belong to you, or it can be a man's name, rob. But if I add an E to the end, it becomes robe. Like I wear my robe when it's nighttime. Robe. You can hear my cat in the background. All right, my last 3 words, we have kit, like a safety kit. Okay, something that you put together. But if I add a super E, it becomes kite. Kite. Like I fly my kite on a windy day. All right, this is sit. Sit. But if I add a super E, it becomes site, like a website. Okay? And the last word is rip. Rip. Like you rip a piece of paper. But if I add a super E, it becomes ripe. Like when a piece of fruit is ready to be picked, it is ripe. Okay? So all of these are words that we can change from a CVC word to a super E word. So be looking for super E words and see if you can come up with some that where you change it by it's just jumping over one letter, okay? So they're fun to do, and I've got some videos on Google Classroom that talk about silent E, and so they're fun to do. So keep practicing that. I will see you at 11:30. I want to see all your beautiful bright faces coming to pick up your packet and receive some books that I had donated yesterday or the day before. Okay? I love you guys. I will see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.